This is Mark Allen Cooks Your Dinner. We have a real special treat. We're going to go to upstate New York, Rochester, New York, actually, and we are going to be talking with two people, not one, but two people from the Rochester Lifestyle Medicine Institute. Very exciting stuff. If you're a vegan, this is really for you. I'm Mark Allen. Join us right now for Mark Allen Cooks Your Dinner. Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Allen. As I said, we're going to be doing a vegan salad, and it looks absolutely delicious. This is not my recipe, but it's our guest recipe. Before I go to our guest, I want you to know that I want to give a shout out to our media partners, Podclips.io and ImagineBC.com, ImagineBC.com, and that will be a place, excuse me, where you'll be able to see our shows. Well, we're going to bring our guests in right now, Carol. And this is actually, we're renaming this show. I'll tell you why in a minute. There you go. This is actually you can move that away. Just slide it over, Carol. Grip it, take it over, other way. There you go. We're very casual here, Carol. You probably noticed that. This is actually the Carol and Carol show with Ted and Mark. And that's because my wife's name is Carol, as you know, and she's the producer and doing all the technical stuff behind us. And then we have from Rochester, New York, we have Dr. Ted and we have Dr. Carol. And Carol, you can bring in their names now if you don't mind. I'm going to start with Carol. I'm going to start with Ted. He's the board chairman and co-founder, I believe, of the Rochester Lifestyle Medicine Institute. Did I get that halfway right, Ted? Whoops, you have to unmute him, Carol. Okay. There you go. Say that again, Ted.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the founder and president of Rochester Lifestyle Medicine Institute.
All right. And then we have Carol, who not only has a PhD, and I hope it's in psychiatry, or psychology, because if it is, I need your couch. And she's also an attorney, right? So we do that. Before we start, real quick, how long have you both been vegan, and why?
Great question. Who's going to take that one?
Well, we've both been vegan for more than 30 years for all the reasons that you can think of, right? For our health, for the animals, and for the planet.
So since 1991.
Since 1991. Do you ever miss, a Big Mac, a steak, once in a while? I know, I'm sorry.
No.
No?
I occasionally miss seafood because I grew up on the ocean. And back actually when I made the commitment to become a vegan back in 1991, I promised myself I could have lobster 4 times a year. And okay. I had lobster once, and that was it.
Wow. So you're not even a pescatarian?
No, I'm not. We've been totally vegan basically for 30 years.
Got it. Well, while we're talking, I'm going to start mixing up our salad, okay? We're going to make the Aztec salad tonight, and it looks absolutely delicious. So we're going to start with some black beans. These are organic, by the way, and we try to make everything organic, Ted and Carol. What's your take on organic? Is that a good thing, guys? And non-GMO?
Yeah, so go ahead.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
We may not be quite as observant as you are, but it's always a great thing to strive for. I think we all have certain things that we always get organic, and other things maybe that we're not quite so, quite so strict about. But yeah, it's a great goal and a great practice.
Yeah, it's better. It's better for the planet. It's better for the farm workers, and it's better for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually talked to Congress with the Natural Products Association a number of years ago, just asking to have food labeled. And of course, it was defeated nationally. And I still don't understand why. I want to know if my black beans or my tomatoes are genetically modified or not. And even though the response was often, well, the FDA says it's okay. Yeah, right. Ted, you and I will talk about the FDA sometime, okay?
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right. I should mention you're a practicing physician and you are a radiologist?
I'm an interventional radiologist, right?
Right.
So
And
I do image guided procedures. So if I can fix your artery with a stent, but I'd rather fix your artery with broccoli.
okay, got it. I got to eat more broccoli.
Yeah.
Carol, what kind of attorney are you? Do you practice? Are you a practicing attorney?
I'm not. I have all those letters after my name, but I actually have spent most of the last decades at home raising our kids and also as kind of a full-time volunteer. But I like to use those letters because people think you're smart when you have those degrees, and to some extent they're right. And I like to use that to persuade them to try to be vegan.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right, makes sense to me. A special shout out to Jim and Lori Amos in the San Fernando Valley for connecting us today, right? I
Right.
really
Thank you so much.
appreciate that. All right, I'm looking at the recipe. I got the
By
black
the way,
beans in here.
By the way, Mark,
Yeah.
she really is smart.
Oh,
I
I
just want you.
yeah,
I just want you to know that.
you know, my Carol is really smart too. She only has one set of initials, but she is,
Uh-huh.
she's very smart. She also thinks she's the boss here. So,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, dear. Okay,
Yeah.
moving right along. That's, by the way, before we got married, her grandfather, how many years were they married? Over 70?
Mm-hmm.
He said the secret to a long marriage is yes, dear. So,
Yeah, right, exactly. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Whatever you say.
whatever you say. So I have rinsed these black beans. I'm going to put in some corn. The recipe calls for frozen. I used canned because I couldn't find any non-GMO organic frozen corn. I should have tried to find some. We're in a corn belt here in Southern California, and you can find there are in Ventura County. It's an agricultural county, and there are many stands, and they have white corn. And I should have gotten some of that and roasted it and then thrown it in. I ran out of time. I've got some onion here. I'm going to put that in.
Ooh.
This is Vidalia onion, by the way. Probably more than the recipe calls for, but that's because I love onion and I also like garlic. All right, we're going to throw in some tomatoes. Now, instead of a whole tomato, how about these? I grew these myself, and I didn't cut them in half because I thought that would work really well. Now I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to cut up a red pepper. Do you guys like all kinds of peppers?
Absolutely.
So I just have a thing about green pepper. I don't know why.
You don't like it?
I don't like green pepper, and of course,
Yeah.
all these bell peppers start as green, and they
Right.
turn orange or yellow or whatever.
Right.
And
Yeah, they definitely taste better after they ripen.
yeah,
And green peppers are not ripe, so.
I have to say, I don't like hot peppers, which are related, I know.
oh man, I love hot pepper. Do you like Ted? Are you a
But
hot
I always
pepper?
tell people to be careful with those because if people don't like the heat, then they can't eat what you've made. So
Right.
just use them sparingly
Right.
or
One
add
of-
them later.
Yeah, one of the ingredients is cayenne, and Carol is not a big spice person, and I probably overspice.
Looks delicious. Wow. Mm-mm.
And
It's so pretty, isn't it?
Mm.
It is pretty, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you can use I think you can use a green pepper for this too, right? Yeah. I just prefer the red.
Mm-hmm.
It's sweeter, and I just like the taste better. And it's not spicy. Some people think all these peppers are hot and have a lot of capsaicin in them. Do you ever
Right.
use
Around here, The only kind I didn't want to use was a yellow pepper, just because I wanted something different than the corn.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
I mean, this is
mm,
going to look gorgeous.
right.
All right, almost done with this part. Okay.
So Mark, you grew those tomatoes, huh?
I did. We didn't have the um, the product, the growth that we thought we would have. Last year
Mm,
we were attacked by squirrels. So this year I bought a cage.
okay.
We had no squirrels this year.
Uh,
However, we also have very little tomatoes.
mm,
And we have some tiny ones.
yeah.
Can you see these, Carol? And unfortunately, most of them are bitter. And we
Oh
don't know
no, that's
why. Not sure
huh,
why.
huh.
Okay. Lifestyle, let's talk a little bit about the fact that the Rochester Lifestyle Medicine Institute is a
Mm,
nonprofit.
mm-hmm,
You're about to have um, a jumpstart program. So if you want to be vegan, want to try it, and I really do. And I think Carol told me the other day she could give up most
mm-hmm.
meat. Um, she so we're gonna take this jump start, and I keep putting it off. We're gonna visit some family in a couple of weeks, right in the middle of the next jump start. But I'm gonna get there, I promise.
Yeah,
By
well,
the
we
way,
run them.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, we run them every month, so you have right. You have
Right.
another chance.
All
Yeah.
right. Here we go. So now that we've got the basic ingredients, um, and I'm assuming that the beans are what provide the protein, Carol.
Well,
Actually, all of those ingredients have protein in them.
yeah,
Do they really?
Even the corn has quite a bit of protein, and even
yeah,
the vegetables have a modest amount.
yeah. That's one of my favorite topics to talk about. So, I mean, whole foods are made out of all three macronutrients, right? Because they have plant cells. So they're going to have protein, they're going to have fat, and they're going to have carbohydrates. So even lettuce has fat and
Wow.
carbohydrate and lots of protein. Yeah, actually, you know, you'll learn this when you take the jump start. But do you know how much protein you need as a percentage of calories every day?
Uh-uh. I
Well,
don't
take a
know.
guess. Okay, well,
30, 40%.
yeah, that's what most people guess. You need about 7% of your calories to come from protein, maybe 10%, And what percentage of the calories from protein do you think a white potato is?
Uh, I don't know. Yeah,
So
and
most people,
it's
yeah, most
funny
people,
because I don't like potatoes.
okay, well,
Carol
a
does,
white
but
potato, yeah, white potato is about 10% calories from protein. So if all you ate were white potatoes, you'd get enough protein. And most people think, I don't think that's a carb, right?
right.
Now beans are about maybe 20 to 30% calories from protein, so they have more protein. But the corn that you're using is probably about, most grains are about 14, 15% calories from protein. They're all more than 10%, which is all you really need.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why then, before I start making the dressing, why then are a lot of people who say I'm vegan or vegetarian overweight and to the point that they really need to drop a lot of weight?
Well, it's interesting. So there's a big circle, which is the vegan circle, which is basically infinite. And within that circle, there's a healthy vegan circle, which is also infinite, but it's inside another circle. And so you can be a vegan and live on potato chips and soda, and you're not going to be any healthier than anybody else who's on the standard American diet. But you can be much healthier if you basically go with a healthy vegan diet, which is what we call which is another name for a whole food plant-based diet. So that's unfractionated foods, whole foods. So the kind of salad you're making would totally fit into to that a healthy diet. We have lots of vegans come to us who are overweight, and they say, "Gee, I never really understood it until I went through your Jumpstart," and then they start to lose weight, their cholesterol gets under control. So yeah, there's some.
Wow. That it just always fascinates me.
Mhm.
The first ingredient in your um, in the dressing is cider vinegar. And I happen to have a bottle of Bragg apple cider vinegar. I'm sure you both know that. I've known Patricia for 40 years.
Oh, Bragg's?
Yeah, Patricia Bragg.
Oh,
And
cool.
I should have worn a pink shirt today because whenever I see her, she's always in pink. And I wear pink a lot. And she would come over and hug me and say how great it is that I wear pink. So I'm going to add some apple cider vinegar, which, by the way, is very healthy for you, according to Patricia. This is organic and non-GMO. Let's see. What's next, guy? Oh, a lemon. Carol, is this from our tree? Yeah. All right. We also grow
Wow.
Meyer lemons.
Oh, they're great.
And Meyer lemons are great. So I'm going to...
I can smell it from here.
Yeah. We have
Nice.
smell-o-vision.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm going to take the juice of one lemon and squeeze it in here. So we're about halfway through what we've done. Carol, what do you think so far? Are you having a good time? No, don't look at him. Look at me.
I didn't know which Carol you were talking to.
No, I was talking to you. I'll get yelled at. I'll get yelled at later, but you.
I never thought my name would be such an obstacle.
Yeah,
you know, we sometimes talk about the power plate. It's like made up of 4 food groups: beans, grains, vegetables, and fruits.
Right.
And the great thing about this dish is it's got beans, it's got the grains. The corn is really serving as a grain in this. It's got vegetables. So all you need to do is have fruit on the side. And actually, you know, we had this salad for lunch today, and I had Ted take a picture of it. Maybe I'll have him share it with you. But we had a fruit salad on the side, so we did the whole thing.
Wow. All right, I've got a garlic clove, and Carol minced it. Whoops, there we go. Carol follows recipes more than I do. So we got that in there. Oh, ground cumin. Which one's the cumin? We have cumin here. And I'll take that off. I love cumin. I put cumin on avocado. Notice I used the wrong end of the spoon, but that's so I could get it out. There we go. We are very casual here at Mark Allen Cooks Your Dinner, as you can see. We are being visited by Ted Barnett and Carol Barnett from the Rochester Lifestyle Medicine Institute in Rochester, New York, right? We got it right. And hey, Carol, you can bring that, my Carol, you can bring up that other logo if you don't mind, that other lower third. It should say Rochester on there, okay? And it should fit. Let's see. Go to overlays. There you go. That should do it. That was it. Yep. Just go down and click it up. Okay. Now, oops. So I've got that in. I've got some coriander to put in. Coriander is also known as cilantro. And here in Southern California, everybody lives and breathes by it because of all the great Mexican food that we have out here. We have some organic dried oregano. Now, I didn't use powdered this time. I used leaf, and that's one of the reasons is because powdered oregano can turn your dish gray or green. So I've got that in there. I reached for that. A little bit of salt. I'm not a big salt person. Put that in. Last but not least, because Carol's got to eat it. My Carol, just a dash, and your Carol too, Ted. Just a dash of cayenne.
Mm,
Okay, I'm gonna
It
whisk
must be
this
a
up.
Carol thing.
that's a
I'm
Carol thing.
sorry.
It must be a Carol thing.
Yeah, maybe so.
Mm.
All right, I whisked that up. I'm gonna move this so Carol can see it on camera. I mean, oh, smells great. All right.
Mm.
We appreciate Ted and Carol staying up late. You know how people in upstate New York go to bed early.
That's true.
And we're not going to talk about your poor governor right now.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to take this, put this on here. And I'm going to mix it up. Ooh. You know, you go to a restaurant these days and they have entrees that are salads. This is dinner, isn't it?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
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 So this dish is completely what we call jumpstart compliant. It's something that you could serve with our jumpstart, and it is, as you know, it's oil free, and that's part of what makes it jumpstart compliant.
And if you want information on the Jumpstart program, go to the website that's on your screen right now, rochesterlifestylemedicine.org, rochesterlifestylemedicine.org. And by the way, I'm not being compensated or paid for this. I just really like Ted. I interviewed him a couple of weeks ago on Late Night Health. He's just a great guy, and he doesn't know this, but one day we'll hang out. And do you drink beer?
I do actually.
Okay, good. We'll have a beer. Do you drink vodka? Maybe
Not
once.
usually.
Huh?
Not usually.
Not usually. Well, I've got some organic vodka. We'll try that. Let me get a
We'll
dish.
talk about- I could make an exception. Maybe is that an organic screwdriver?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here.
Absolutely.
Can you-
Or a spicy Bloody Mary,
Oh, a Bloody Mary. I like Bloody Marys.
right? I just made one last week. And it had a virgin
Very nice.
Bloody Mary.
I think I have a Bloody Mary at least once every 5 years.
Ah, okay. Carol, how about you?
It's time.
I also like beer, but not vodka. No hard spirits.
Gotcha. All right, let me get a fork. And I say this, if I like something, I really dwell on it. So excuse me while I stuff my face.
Sure, take your time. Enjoy.
Carol's really going to like this. My Carol.
Good.
You're
Good.
really going to like this, honey.
Okay, we're off the hook. Oof.
The flavors improve as it sits in the refrigerator or at room temp.
Mm-hmm.
I would add avocado. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. That actually would not be in the Jumpstart program because it's got high-fat plant food in it.
But that's just for 15 days.
Yeah, so after the first 15 days, you're allowed to add back in the high-fat plant foods. So avocado would be allowed in 2 weeks. Sure.
See, this might be breakfast tomorrow. And my breakfast would be on a slice of whole wheat bread. Put a little bit of mayo on it. Smashed the avocado, and then put the cumin on it. And I just think it's such a wonderful combination and relatively healthy. You know?
That's very trendy. Avocado toast or bread.
Yeah. What's the take on gluten-free?
Oh, well, that's a kind of a complicated question. You want to take that? Or you want me to-
Gluten-free is for people who have problems with wheat, who have celiac disease or just problems with wheat. But it's not really a part of vegan. It's just a different food preference or allergy or other problem. So
Got it.
Yeah.
This
I mean, if
is
people
really terrific, guys.
Great.
And you adapted this from Jennifer Raymond, the Peaceful Palate, right?
Yeah, I was going to say that. I just looked, that cookbook came out just after we became vegan in 1992. And the author, Jennifer Raymond, in fact, maybe I should show you the cookbook. Would that
Sure.
be a good
Yeah, I
idea?
get the cookbook.
I've got it right here.
Excuse me,
You can
I'm
see
eating.
it.
Oh, okay.
This book is out of print, but as you know, and as I checked and found out, you can find it on Amazon and get it with shipping for probably under $10.
Oh, wow.
So Jennifer Raymond, is a wonderful, was a wonderful pioneer vegan, but she and her husband live off the grid in Northern California. So we
Oh,
haven't
my.
seen her in a long time.
I
Yeah.
think that's terrific. We're just about out of time. I mean, this is satisfying. I can tell that if I eat this, I'm done, right? Maybe some
Mhm.
fruit
Mhm.
for dessert. Will you guys come back with another recipe? Did I?
Absolutely.
Will
Sure.
you?
Sure.
You'll
Yeah.
stay up
Yeah.
late and
We're- Well, sure. We'll drink an extra cup of coffee.
oh, okay, yeah. Listen, I thank you both very much, Dr. Ted Barnett, Carol Barnett. What's your doctorate in?
English literature.
Oh, we could talk about Dickens,
Sure.
and
Yeah. Sure.
I think we have to get the Dickens out of here right now. I think
All
that's
right.
Okay.
that's right.
Good transition.
Mark, it was great
Pleasure.
to see you.
It's
Sure.
pleasure seeing you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, our pleasure. And thanks for being part of our test with having guests. It worked really, really well.
Good.
And look forward to having you guys back again. Okay.
All right. All right.
This wraps up another edition of I almost said Late Night Health, almost said it. Mark Allen Cooks Your Dinner. This is another one of our vegan entrees that we've been doing over the last couple of weeks. Not everything is vegan, but we try to give at least vegan options. This is 100% vegan, and it's on the Jumpstart program at the Rochester Lifestyle Medicine Institute. For Carol and Ted and me, have a great night. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
All right. Thank you.
Hold on, guys.